Hey everyone, Fidget Mom here. Kids will show up later, but the reason why they're not here is because what I'm about to do will be taking some time, and the children's attention is probably the size of the screw in a fidget slider, and they won't last. So I'm going to be doing some stuff that I haven't done before on the video. Now, magnetism is no match for me, or rather, I'm no match for magnetism. I suck at it. I'm going to do a couple pauses and stuff, but you're going to see that this is actually a really worthwhile video because this is the next generation of something that a lot of people have been really hyped about. And as such, I'm going to be scheduling this a little earlier than most of the scheduled posts because I think a lot of people are going to want to see this. So this package comes to me from a really special place in Japan. It is actually really cool. I'm not going to say it's in Hinaga, Yokiyachi-shi, or something like that. I'm just going to show the Japan posts if I can. There you go. And as I think people have been looking forward to this. Yes, what do you see right now? You see some Rapt Lite plates. That is correct. The next generation of the Sakura EDC PuchiCon is the PuchiCon Lite. That is a Rapt Lite configured PuchiCon. So what I'm going to be doing right now is actually taking it out. It's blue. And taking a look at what we have available here. And I already have a couple of, we have the original here. This is a beautiful, beautiful first edition. I'm actually really growing on it. It's just such a nice slider. I didn't want to go to bed the other day because I was just playing with it. You know, you can do a lot of really cool tricks. I don't know if I can do them easily still under the camera, and the camera's a little further away from me, so I can't really see so well, but I'm going to do my best to give this video justice. We are going to be working with like I said, I have a couple of Rapt Lites here. Actually, everything wants to stick together. I've opted to work with this one that I got from Tyler Dunn. Tyler, thank you so much. Not such a fan of the engraving, so that's the one that I'm going to change the top for. And I already started working on it over here. And we're going to swap everything out and do the PuchiCon and put it into the PuchiCon. So I have the magnets here. I'm going to stick this baby over here. I want to make sure, well, this is going to be going off anyway. We're not going to be using him. We're not going to be using him anymore. These are gone. So say goodbye to that. And we have here is some plates, and the plates are going to be a little different. We have, and I might have reconfigured things a little bit. We have the plate, it doesn't perfectly align with the Rapt Lite, you'll see, so you do have to move the magnets around a little bit. And then there are silent and loud configurations here. I'm going to try to do my best to get this out without losing buttons, because the buttons actually do come out. See that? So you have to be really careful. And this one over here is magnetized. So that tells me where it needs to go. I'm going to move him over there for a little bit. And I'm going to put this back here. This is not how, there is a video teaching you how to do this. This is not how the video teaches you how to do it, but nonetheless, we're going to do a workaround because I've already had my share of fighting with magnets tonight while trying to play around with this little babe. So you have to make sure everything is flush, and then that includes the button that goes over there. So right now we're not going to be touching this right now. We're going to be playing with this plate, and I'm going to use it with the original magnets that came in this. So I took them out already, tried to get a little bit of a head start here. Now you see that there is a little bit of a difference when it comes to this, and this is where I actually screwed up before. These are the original Rapt Lite plates. They have that little divot, whatever you would call it, that little, I don't know, thing that sticks out for alignment purposes. Now the EDC, the Sakura EDC does not. So you have to be mindful that you do have to switch out this bottom plate. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to work to get these guys in. I do have to double check on sizing here and make sure I have the right size for my purposes, because I might not. And then I'll actually have to use these other wrapped plates. So that's why I brought them around. They actually do look like they might be a little too big. Yeah. So these were the corner plates. I guess I am taking things apart. These are not. Yeah, you could actually see here that they are all identically sized. And you can see here that they're not. So that necessitates a little bit of a deviation from what I was originally planning. And that is that I'm going to have to take apart another Rapt Lite or find smaller magnets. Let me see what I can do. So I did a little bit of a search, and I unfortunately couldn't find any magnets, no pun intended, that were the right size. I just did a crazy unboxing another couple days ago. That video will go live in a few weeks, where I got an insane amount of balls and just about everything else, but unfortunately did not come with any extra magnets. So I think I need to go shopping. But in the meantime, I'm going to have to switch out a couple of things here because I do want to keep the general feel of these wraps. And this is how this one looked. I just have to switch things around, so I will pause while I make that swap so no one has to watch the entire thing and me fighting with magnets. Now before I do that, I'm going to see how this actually goes, because this one has a dampener and this one does not. And really what I'm going to do is effectively just change the top plates on both of them. So this is going to be a bigger job than I expected, but as you can see, I have multiple size magnets here. They jumped already. They're jumping now. And I can never successfully get these the way I want them to be. So I'm going to make a little bit of a swap, just because I do want to swap the tops here and get the Sakura, the PuchiCon, the way I'd like it to be. And this identical, this is a little more flexible than the one I have here, which is not. Now I do have extra plates, but I don't have any plates that match this. So this is going to necessitate going here. Let's hope that it fits. It's a little bigger than I expected, but experimentation is how you learn, right? So I'm gonna swap those just like that. And we are going to just time to do my installation. So hang on a bit. Right, so he's in. This one, I need to take a break. I get these back in here. I have full expectations that these are going to jump or stick or something. And this is why I usually put pause on these videos, because my luck with magnets is never so great. And as we see, what's happening right now. These magnets also have a little bit of chips, so it looks like they've had their share of fighting with the previous owner. Maybe that was Tyler, maybe that wasn't. So I'm going to continue. Hang on, we're going to stop it and return. All right, so I'm going to continue with this one here. I got rid of that previous one, and what the plan is to put this S on top here. I'm gonna stick these magnets off to the side, and they're going to jump anyway. There is a difference between the S and the L. There is a small and a large. It's a silent and a loud plate. The difference is kind of nominal. This is about 55 decibels, and the loud is 60. So I'm going to go with 55. And what I need to do now is take these little pieces and attach them to their respective buttons. Make sure they fit properly. And again, it's hard for me to see, so I'm doing my best under these circumstances. It's hard for me to see in general, so I'm really trying to make do with my terrible eyesight. It necessitates a lot of accommodations. Hence the pausing and resuming. Couple more. Hope they come out. No, they all come out, and then they all stick. Here's two. That's the two I need. Well, actually, that was 4. My fingers are already showing signs of war against the magnets. That is what happens when I get attacked by magnets. So now I have to determine if this is the right side or not. First, you just want to make sure these go down. Second, you want to make sure this attaches. So let's see what we can get here. This is always a very scary part for me. I'm not doing it the right way, because I have a terrible fear of jumping magnets, as I've experienced, so bear with me for one moment. Okay, with the help of my little tweezer over there that got lifted. And now this should hopefully have affixed itself and attached itself to the magnet. We are getting the haptics that I want, but I gotta make sure I get that as well on the S side. So just double check, and then when you double check, you lose all of it. Back to an earlier square. All right, so they're back in, and what I'm going to do now is actually put this on. I might have done it backwards beforehand. Now I have to get these, what he calls metal domes, and get them affixed in each hole. And this is how you get your Puchi part. I need something that's magnetized that'll let me capture these. Oops, that's not the right way. You do not want them to be backwards like that. So, time for my little tweezy little dude. Don't want to destroy the metal domes either. So, got to be very careful with this process. So it's all back up and running, and now this shouldn't go too crazy when I pick it up. They're pretty affixed, and they feel pretty good. And when the one was upside down before, it took quite a while to get it out because the magnetism is relatively strong. So now, what I need to do is simply do this. And there we go. And now, I have it working as I need to. So we are finally done with side one. So screw it tightly. This is taking a while. All right, let me just see how. There goes a button. It's okay. I have them. Let's see how this dude. Obviously, it's not going to, but it's just a completely different solder. But this is version 2, I guess. And version 1, I can put off to the side. And I will continue reassembling the one that had the wrong size of magnets, and then put that one together, and I'll be back. And we're back. And I was able to successfully reassemble this dude. I gave him the dampener that came from this one, and it's very nice and quiet. It's got all the nice, I'll be able to enjoy it. I don't know if I like the fact that it's all gray instead of black, but it's still a Rapt Lite, and I can always change to the plates if I want to. We have the original Sakura PuchiCon right here. You can do all the fun things with it. You can see first. And then, of course, we get to enjoy the new one, the Rapt Lite PuchiCon. All buttons successfully working. I will say that you do have to be very careful putting this on. I did have to do some finagling and I had to reassemble it again. But this is super smooth right now. Probably do have to fix. It's almost too smooth. I probably still do need to fix some of the magnetism, but I don't know. These are, we'll figure that out. And then this is an original, another Rapt Lite, the lighter version for comparison. One day I'll be able to do the around the world without being able to take the time that I usually take on that. So that's the new version, second edition. There's a VIP edition out there. Wish I could have tested that, but this is cool. This is cool. Great idea. Since Jonas from Modusworks has made this. This is so smooth, I don't even know. I'm almost worried about the plates for this one. But since he's open sourced the plates, can do a lot of fun things with it. I'm gonna double check that everything is all good. And it pretty much looks okay, but here we go. Let's get some kids' opinions.
Hey, it's Fidget Kid. I'm gonna try what Fidget Mom is telling me to try. Oh, I don't know how to go like this.
It's so smooth, right? The plates are really smooth. Try to double. What do you think about it? And this one. Did you do this one or did Fidget Girl do this one?
I don't know.
Oh, losing track.
I like this one better.
Well, yeah, this is the newest version. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so Fidget Kid just took a look, and I took a further look, and now the plates are not as smooth because polarity makes a huge difference in output. And if you have the wrong polarity, you're not going to be able to use your fidget the way you'd like. So I can confirm that with all of this going away, we now have the correct polarity with this button, and everything else. That was my fault before. Still have to get used to trying to do the reverse polarity, but that is your Rapt PuchiCon. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like and share, please.